Hey everyone, to do a little diamond painting, working on Portals of the Past from Dreamer Design. um, yeah, haven't worked on this in quite a while. Life's been kind of up in a roar, so uproar from everything, and most jobs it's hard to work at on diamond paintings at, but this place I seem to be able to, and yeah, and this unfortunately has had a little catastrophe. It has spilled all over the place. I've lost two colors almost completely. I didn't tell them, but when I opened it, they all fell all over the place. I probably shouldn't have done that because I literally have this thing. I don't think it was. Whatever way I had it sitting, it was working. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to use that again. Fall down and go boom. I think you'll see what I can do. Okay. I'm working on a brown color, which is an X 938. So how's everybody doing on this December 2nd, 2022? I went to go help my grandmother this morning. My 95-year-old grandmother, she had, I guess last year or whatever, my cousin had gone to her house. Mind you, he's in his 80s, I think, 70s or 80s. Anyway, Grandma always wants the latest thing on her computer, so he puts Windows 11 on her computer. And this is a long time ago, like I said, last year, or maybe before she came back from Arizona this year. So he puts Windows 11 on her computer, and it slows it down. So there was a sales for Black Friday, and she was like, I want a computer ordered from Costco. So we order her a computer from Costco. So that's Windows 11. So she takes the computer over to the gurus, not the guru, just a computer place to switch her files from the old computer to the new computer. The guy tells her the computer that you bought from Costco is not as good really as the computer you have currently. And I can fix it. I can make it run better. And don't do Windows 11, do Windows 10. They're going to support it until 2025, which is good because that's what I actually have. And I can't afford a new computer. So she's like, okay. So they switched over her files, or they cleaned up her old computer, but they had to do some wiping, I guess. So yesterday she calls me and she's like, I need some help. I can't get online. So I was like, well, I'm busy. I was doing her diamond painting that I wanted to give her before she left, so she might take it with her if she wanted the picture hung up in her other house in Arizona. So I was like, I can't do it today. That was yesterday. So here I am trying to finish this diamond painting yesterday. I got it finished. My mom went and got a frame. We got it framed. We wrapped it, and we took it over to her today whenever I went to go. So she opened that before I did her computer, and she thought it was very beautiful, and she wants to put it in the house here. So I guess that's what she's going to do, which is cool. She liked it, though, which is good because it was a lot of hours, and that one had a catastrophe, and worse than that, this one had a catastrophe. This one's bad enough, but the other one was worse. But I made it work. So, anyway, so like I said, I went over there. So her computer, back on track here maybe, her computer just needed it took me I don't know, maybe half an hour. I just got her internet hooked up, her printer rehooked up, and some other programs a couple other programs she needed to put back on that were online based. So you just, yeah, just put them back on there and get them to update. So got that all done, which worked fine. Worked well, and yeah. So, and then she's like, yeah, okay, pack it all up and take it to Arizona. I'm like, I just did all that, and well, it'll be ready when she comes back. It should hook up. But somebody else is gonna have to do it in Arizona for her. Oh well. I might be able to walk her through one or two things. I don't know if I can walk her. I might be able to walk her through adding a printer and walk her through how to set up her network again for the internet. Maybe. She's 95. She's pretty whippy, but some days she's not. Anyway, she's cool. So she's like, how much do I owe you? I said $10. It's on the house unless you want to give me $10 for gas and a Starbucks. And she handed me a 20. So I was like, cool. So she didn't have to pay me. So anyway, and then she was hungry and we went out she's like, I want a green chili cheeseburger from Blake's. So we found a Blake's and Mom and I go to get it. And holy moly, we were waiting in line for over 30 minutes. And between ordering and getting our food, and they still didn't get my whole order right. I don't know. Because last night when I went to go frame that diamond painting, I had to go to my house because my mom had picked up the frame, and I needed all the supplies at my house for that. So I went by Wendy's and I ordered on the app, and it was again sitting in line for over 30 minutes. And I'd ordered on the app, so that did help my situation. And they still did, and they didn't get my food right. They missed a French fry. I only had one French fry. Anyway, I was just like, holy moly, fast food is not fast. And I'm not crazy. I don't know. I don't know. Are restaurants just as bad? I haven't really gone in a restaurant. I can't really afford fast food, let alone, because my mom paid for Wendy's and my grandmother paid for Blake's. I can't really afford fast food right now. I'm kind of broke. So they paid for those, actually, but still, I was really kind of upset they messed up our orders. Like I said, they just left a fry out on the Wendy's thing, and then at Blake's, they got it right, but my mom had asked for something to be, we have this thing called smothered burritos, where it's red, green. You can have red chili, green chili, or both, which is Christmas, and cheese, and that's what they do. They put that on there, and they didn't do it. But they didn't charge either for it, so I guess they just didn't understand it. It's fine. But it's still sitting and waiting for all that time. Anyway, I'm not too thrilled about doing that. Like I said, I can't afford to go eat out. So I think I'm pretty good at cooking, so I'll just cook myself my cheeseburgers and my burritos and, because how much I sat online, I could have made a meal. And yeah. Of course, I have very limited options when I'm working because there's only so much room to store stuff, and I don't have all my supplies with me. Can't get them all in here. Just things I think I want for the next week or so are gathered up. So anyway, I've been watching a YouTube channel called Featureman, I think. It's an older gentleman. Probably is my grandfather's age if my grandfather was still alive. I think that's probably why I watch him. He does these little things with cooking and sometimes talks about he was an extra on Dear John or something at Paramount. It sounds kind of interesting. always need to talk to people who are, or listen to people who are, for me personally, who are older. This guy must have been, I think he said he was 10 in 1949. So yeah, he's my grandfather was actually older than him probably, but anyway, it's just neat because my grandfather used to have these stories that he told too. And this guy kind of tells some stories while he's eating like Dinty Moore, and um, that's kind of interesting to me because it's a life that isn't always like around. So I think that's why I like watching him. It just reminds me of simpler times, as they say, right? Different times. Who doesn't? I guess some people like it, but I don't know. Simpler times would be, yeah, nice to have again with the way life is lately. It's crazy. Mind you, restaurants back in night. I was talking to my mom, who's 77, and we were talking about restaurants, and restaurants weren't really a big thing when she was a kid, and definitely not like fast food kind of things for a long time, and not, and that still is expensive for people, right? Back then, it wasn't a way of life. You didn't go have a fast food every week even. And we had it twice now. Of course, my grandma paid once, my mom paid the other time. So yeah, my mom even talked about that, which was interesting. And so I guess what my grandfather would tell us if he was still alive, but he is not. My grandmother grew up pretty, poor, so I doubt she went to restaurants or anything. And she cooked. She used to cook. She still cooks pretty good, but she's kind of, I don't know. She burns a lot of things. Luckily, not the house down yet. She's not great at remembering things, but she used to cook. Gosh, she could make cardboard taste delicious. So, I don't know if I'm that good of a cook, but she can make, and like she tried all kinds. She still does. She tries the recipes. It's awesome. The other day, she made she found a recipe for, and I've seen this recipe for stuffed bell pepper soup, and I like stuffed bell peppers, so but I've never tried stuffed bell pepper soup. I was wondering about it. So my grandmother made it, but she put a can. I don't know if you guys know what Rotel is. Rotel is, I think it's around the country. It's tomatoes with green chilies in it. So here you go with something like stuffed bell peppers, and she puts the Rotel in it. So it totally made it more of a Tex-Mex taste instead of, like bell peppers. And, so my mom had tried that one. She goes, it was good, but I didn't really like the Rotel in it. So my mom's like, I was like, well, we should make it like we were supposed to. So we did, but we didn't have, I didn't realize that mom's like, oh, we put an 8-ounce can of tomato sauce in it. It calls for a 15-ounce can. And our bell peppers that we had were a little old. We didn't buy fresh bell peppers, and it might need some more bell pepper. So, but it was good. And we froze up, it was a big batch, so my mom froze it up, and I cook up some rice and have it with it. I've had it twice now, and it's pretty good. Pretty good. I added some ketchup to it. Yeah, sounds weird, but I didn't have a can of tomato sauce with me, so I just added ketchup to it. And it was good. So hopefully we'll make it again with a little more tomato sauce and fresh bell peppers. So yeah. That could be vegan if you're not a meat eater. We did put the ground beef in it, but you could make it vegan or vegetarian. Vegan. I think you could do vegan. We put, of course, we put calls for chicken broth, which is really strange. You could put vegetable broth in there, I'm sure, but it calls. We put beef stock in it, beef broth, beef stock. We had a can of beef stock, so we used beef stock. but I would still use beef since it's a beef recipe. So we changed a few things, but it turned out really good. So I had one of those with me, and I ate that last night. So I'll have to grab another one whenever I go home. I think we have a few left. I think we had 4 or 5 containers of it. My mom will probably take one with her when she goes to work. Kind of come up with some cozy foods. We have chili, gringo chili is what I call it. It's got the ground beef, the beans, that kind of chili. And we have containers of that made up. So Mom and I have a container of it with me. Actually, I have a container of my grandmother's that my grandmother made. And my grandmother used to make really good chili. So I haven't had it in a while. We'll see if it's still good. I have that defrosted for tonight. I'm going to make some macaroni. I don't have any mixings to make cornbread, but if I did, I'd make cornbread. But I don't have all the stuff to make cornbread. So I'll just have a tortilla or I'm going to put macaroni in it. So, yeah, just do that. And have that for dinner. It's not really cold here. It's actually been pretty warm. It was in the high 50s this afternoon. So it was pretty warm today. A little chilly this morning, of course, but, no snow. We have a weird cloud cover, which is, could be something. It could not. Might get rain if the winds don't blow it away. I don't know about snow. Could be snow. I don't know, but whatever. Yeah. So, if I get this Portals of the Past done, of the Past, I plan on putting it above my bed. But I have a long way to go. I've just barely started this thing, and I've been working, like I said, this is like 3 years worth. I think it's been 2 or 3 years since I started it. I got it during the pandemic. They had a buy one, I think, get one free, or buy one, get one half off, or something. And I bought the waterfall one. I forgot the name of that one, but I bought the waterfall one. That one's hanging on my wall. The old version of the waterfall one, which is still pretty. Probably not as pretty as the new version, but anyway, it was cheaper. And I like this Portals of the Past because I don't know. I like things like that. So, it's Friday. Anyone doing anything exciting? Me? No, I'm not exciting at all. I don't. Yeah. I'm always laughing with my mom about, oh yeah, what exciting things are we doing? Last night was exciting. I was trying to frame that diamond painting. I don't frame well. It went well, actually. It still is crooked, the frame. It's not perfect. Oh, I'm so bad about that, but I can't afford to professionally frame anything, especially not as big as that diamond painting was. Oy vey. It was 24 by 20 inches, and that's huge. For, the frame itself costs over $50. And that was us doing it. Yeah. So anyway, tomorrow I'm doing, it looks like I will be on Zoom all flippin' day. I'm on the board of directors for our condo community. I am the treasurer currently, and I believe I will be, because our president is stepping down from the board. So I think there's somebody else who could take over president, and that person is vice president, and I will be vice president. Yeah. And so it's more responsibility and stuff, but we have a meeting so we have our annual meeting which is like for homeowners to kind of tell them what's going on, things like that. But we have a meeting beforehand to talk things over, some things that come up. So we will be on before, an hour before. And then, of course, if we meet quorum and everything, which I think we will, we have to, it's usually an hour for, homeowners to, talk to us, questions about things and stuff. Although they can come to the meetings every month if they want to, but very few people do. But they can come to this one and kind of get a recap of what's happened during the year. And then after that meeting, then it's, because we have new board members. Sorry, I still have a little bit of this nasty little cough. And then we have a meeting afterwards for the new board members that are coming on, and for the old board members. And we do our offices, everybody, whoever, take our offices. Get the new board members up to snuff about what we need them to know. Try to catch them up on, projects and things that are going on, and if we're having any issues, or, so they don't come in and go, what? Yeah, that happens. And so that will probably be an hour, hopefully no more than an hour, because that's already 3 hours on a meeting tomorrow. So I hope it's no more than, not fun. I get tired after a while just sitting here, and I like the fact that it's Zoom and I don't have to go anywhere, since I'm so if it does snow or rain or it gets nasty, I'm right here. I can just sit here and be warm and talk to people online. I think that's one of the better inventions. So yeah. And then, so I have to do that. So it looks like that's going to be my tomorrow entertainment. From 10 a.m. till probably, I don't know, hopefully no later than 1 or 2. But that's most of the day. And then, then I'll probably diamond paint, or I'll cross stitch or something if I'm not too tired. Yeah. And then Sunday, I have to go in and act like I'm not that far away from my house, but I am up in the mountains. I guess it's considered the foothills. No, I can't possibly do the foothills. I'm going to hop and skip a jump from the summit, the top of the mountain. So anyway, I have to go down and help my mom put up some different drapes she wants at the house. And I definitely don't want her on a step stool at 77 by herself. Fall backwards and hurt herself or worse, and I'm not going to have that happen. Thank you very much. So definitely not doing that alone. So I'm going to go and help her hang drapes. I think we're going to put up our nativity set. We are a couple of our nativities that haven't gone up yet. Probably pick up any more supplies I can think of that I want or need. And what else? I want to bake, but I won't have time to do that tomorrow. I want to bake some scones. But I probably won't have time to do that when I come in. I mean, I can leave the kitties for a while, but, I think doing the other stuff is enough, so I'll probably have to bake scones another day. Probably after Mom gets home from work. I'll go down and make some biscochitos maybe one day, and some scones. I think this could be the end of my video because I'm starting to want to cough. I'm sorry. Alrighty, everyone. Well, you guys take care. Be careful out there. And we'll talk again sometime. Bye.